And what is more accurate to actually tell you this would be the test itself, because that's going to find out your deepest and truest beliefs. So based on that, I want you to do two types of tests. One is, hey guys, it's Robin and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today's video is all about making a game plan for yourself. What is it that you need to set as goals, and how do you set them as goals? Because that's an argument that everybody has in their mind. What should I set as my goal? What shouldn't I set as my goals? And this video is all about sorting that out for you and understanding what is it you need to set and how do you reach them. So let's get into it right now. So this video is one about introspection, where I need you to be actively participating along with me, because this is about understanding who you really are, what your interests are, and what you really believe in, because that's the only way we can set goals. So I need you to be actively participating with maybe a notes pad or a notebook next to you, and with a pen writing down things as we go, because you might be having to involve yourself with the exercises in this video. So let's head into the first step. So the first step that I need you to take is to think about the qualities that you excel in. What are the qualities that no matter what happens, you are sure that you'll be successful in? So if somebody tells you to do this particular task, you will be able to excel in it no matter what time it is, no matter what the situation is. You'll be able to excel, and you also enjoy doing this. So I need you to set aside 20-30 minutes right after this video, or right now, pause the video, go into a quiet room all by yourself, no distractions, close the doors, close the blinds, and just sit in the room and start thinking about what qualities are you the best in. What are the qualities that shine out in compared to everything else? What's that one thing you can do relaxed and you do it very well? Now, I've done this introspection myself before, so I know it might not be very easy for all of you guys to do this in one go, where I give you a 20-30 minute period and you have to figure out everything, because I couldn't personally do it. I could do a few, but not a lot of it. So what I'd suggest you to do instead is to go to somebody that you know, maybe a family member or a friend around you who you really knows you very well in and out. Go and ask them, when's the time that they felt that you excelled in something, or that you really progressed with something, or you shone in that particular skill? Because that might be a better way to understand what you excel in, rather than you introspecting that for yourself. Because sometimes, since we are our biggest critic, we might not be able to see our best skills all the time. Because sometimes we are overcritical of ourselves, and we're not able to tell ourselves where are we the best at. Oh, you're good at this, you're good at that. Rather, instead, your mind will be like, I think I'm good at that, but remember that time when you failed? Remember that time when you weren't as good? And that's what your mind keeps reminding you every single time. So don't ask your mind that always. Rather, if you're not confident with yourself and your own judgment, then I'd suggest that you go and ask another person who really knows you, what do you think my best qualities are? Maybe they might have seen something in you that you haven't seen in yourself. Maybe it is when you're talking to somebody, the way that you communicate with them was so awe-inspiring that they felt, oh, you're a good communicator. And they might tell you, you're a good communicator, so why don't you pursue a career in talking or inspiring others? And these qualities can be very different, and you might not be able to even understand what those qualities are, because some people might tell you a quality, it might match what your persona is, and some might get it totally wrong. So what you have to do is, again, do an introspection after listening to what they've said. So think about it. After they say a certain quality that you excel in, think about it. Have I actually been successful in this? Are there moments in my life where I've actually been successful with this? And if you can find that there were, then that means they got it spot on, and that means you should write that down as one of your best qualities. And then let's move on to step 2 after you've done this step. Now, step 2 is all about understanding what kind of personality type do you want for yourself to carry forward into your future self. And first, we need to understand what kind of personality type we have right now. And for that, head to www.enneagram.com, which will tell you the perfect personality type for yourself. I'll leave that link down in the description right below. So go check that out after this video. And there you'll be able to understand what kind of personality type you have right now. So all you have to do is just answer a few simple questions, and you'll figure out exactly what type of personality you have right now. And now, after evaluating that, you have to understand how far away am I from my ideal personality. Now, how do you understand what's your ideal personality? What do you actually want to portray in front of other people? It's pretty simple. All you have to do is understand, do you want to be more extroverted or introverted? Do you want to be more engaged with other people, or do you want to disconnect from other people and just mind your business? And what is more accurate to actually tell you this would be the test itself, because that's going to find out your deepest and truest beliefs. So based on that, I want you to do two types of tests. One is what you want to do. So answer based on what you wish to be. So your dream self, what would they answer? And the first time, I want you to answer truly. So based on how you would answer right now. And using these two answers, you'll be able to understand what you are right now and what you can be in the future. So with these two results, I need you to bridge the gap sort of by employing skills that your future self would do and that your present self doesn't do right now. And by just doing the simple task, you'll be able to understand what you could become from what you are right now. So if you want to do that, go head down to enneagram.com and do that test for yourself. And once you're done with this, let's head to step number 3. Now, in step 3, we're going to look at everything we did in step 1 and step 2. Now, once we've decided on where we are right now, what is our personality type right now, and where we need to be, and our goals as such, then we need to understand, is it realistic at this moment in time? So where you are right now, is it possible to achieve it in a short amount of time, or do you need a long amount of time? And if you're not too far away from your ideal self, then all you need to do is just lock in and work hard, because you're almost there. All you need to do is just keep working at it and keep going the way you are. Because then you're very close to it. All you got to do is consistency and you'll reach there, and you can skip over to step 5. But if you haven't got this and you're pretty far away from your ideal self, let's suppose your current self is here and your ideal self is over here, then let's go into step 4. So now we move into step number 4. And this is about transitioning from your current state to your ideal state. So what do I mean by this? Let me give you an example so that you can visualize this very easily. So let's say you're a very shy person and you are fed up of being shy and you don't want to be like that anymore. You want to transition into a more confident and a more authoritative person, but you don't know where to start. And the only thing you know is that I need to be able to speak more confidently, right? So what you need to do first is go and figure out what is it that I want to talk about. So if I want to be more expressive, then the first thing I would do, and in fact what I did do, was to make videos. And what these videos do are they're not to publish anywhere. They're not to tell anybody that I'm doing this. This is just a personal document, so that eventually over the years you can see that you've evolved from where you were before, and now that you're in a better place. And just for this reason, you document maybe 5 to 10 minute videos where you talk about a certain topic of your interest or something that was bugging you. So either it can be like a vlog sort of thing where you are almost documenting your life, or you could just talk about one topic each day and just talk about that for 5 to 10 minutes. Now, the time depends on what your goal is. If you're really lacking in how you speak right now, then I would suggest you go for 5 minutes and just get into the habit of doing it first. And after that, you have to move into maybe 10 minutes eventually. Because if you're very skilled already, but you're just lacking the confidence, then I would say go into 10 minutes, because that 10 minutes is going to get you roughly about the time a conversation roughly takes. And that will get you well versed with any topic that you have to talk about. So if you can do it for 5 to 10 minutes, then you would be actually well equipped among all the other people, because not many people can do that. If you can gather the skill to actually speak for yourself and talk about anything for 5 to 10 minutes, that means you are exceptional and you are well away from all the other people, because not everybody is born with that skill. And most of the people who you see speaking out there, or the way they do it is just by simply learning the skill. They choose not to be the shy or ignorant person. They want to learn the skill and they want to use that every single day. And so what they do is that they pick up the skills from other people who have already done it. They ask people and they understand, how is it that we can do the same thing you do? And so that's how they learn the skill. So going back to the topic now, if you can learn this one skill, then now you're going to level yourself up. So once you're able to go from maybe 1 or 2 minutes of video and then you start stammering a lot, to maybe 10-minute fluent video over maybe 6 months or a year, then you have shown progress yourself. And then only after that you've already leveled yourself up, and then you're closer to your ideal state. Now, what do you do after this? After you've mastered these 10-minute videos, what do you do in this particular example? Then you transition into real conversations, try to meet real people, implement the same principles that you've put for yourself while speaking to yourself on a camera. And then transition into not only just speaking to the person, but also understanding body language. How do people communicate with each other? What are the small body language cues that each person uses to communicate a message to another person? And when you start picking up on all this, and when you become conscious of what people are doing, then you understand where it is other people are lacking and where you're lacking. And then you'll be able to make up that deficit. And then eventually you'll be able to be one of the best speakers among your friend group and among the people that you know. So if you want to do that, all you have to do is find out what level you are in, no matter what discipline it is. Find out what level you are at right now, and then understand what's the level I need to get to. And how do I bridge those two levels together? So once you find that bridge, then pursue on making the foundations of that bridge stronger. And once you do that, you're going to get to exactly where you want to be. And now we reach step number 5. And this is the step where you set the traditional writing down the goals, and you set down what you need to do to achieve them. So your daily scheduling or your weekly scheduling. This is the step where you do it. Step number 5. So till then, what people are mostly told is jump to step 5 without doing the other steps. Nobody covers the other 4 steps. So in my opinion, I would say you need to cover the first 4 steps, and only then can you go to step number 5. So if you really want to excel in what you want to do, then make sure that you cover these 5 steps. And it's the 5th step where you cover what exactly you need to do and how you get there. After deciding who you are and reaching your desired level, only then can you set the true goals and true dreams that you have. Because till then, you don't know who you are, and it's only once you said that you can understand who you are and what you need to do to get there. I'll leave one of my previous videos linked above, because this is where I talk about how I schedule and how I planned my day, and especially when I got off track. So I'll leave it linked right up here. And so check that out right after this video. Things that you guys can do to replicate sort of what I did and understand the best schedule for you and how you can plan it for yourself. So be sure to check that out right after this video. And these 5 steps will carry you forward throughout the rest of your journey, as long as you stick to each step and you do them systematically and in the order that they're supposed to be done. You're going to find out that everything is going to fall in place just as you follow step 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. And if you can do this, tell me if this helped you guys as well, because I've done this once and only once before, and that's with myself. So I haven't told this to anybody else before. So I don't know if this really works, but I know it worked for me, and that's why I'm sharing with you guys. So if this helped you out, please let me know in the comments, or maybe DM me personally and tell me if this really worked for you guys, and that would be very helpful indeed. And so with that, we've come to the end of this video. And if you guys found this to be useful, please go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell so that anytime there's a new upload, you guys can hop on immediately. And go ahead and share it with your friends, especially those who might need that little push to push them back in the right direction. And go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section about something you thought about this video and your own opinions about this concept itself and what you might add to this to make it even better. Or you guys can freely DM me on Instagram and share your opinions, or tell me if this helped you in any way, or if there's some addition that you'd like to make to this video. So remember guys, this might seem like a complex concept when you talk about goal setting and how it might seem very elaborate, but when you break it down, it does actually seem pretty simple, doesn't it? So see you guys in the next video, and remember, never stop dreaming. See you all.